Last time, at the end of Lost Mine of Phandelver, emerging triumphant from the perilous lair of Venomfang, our heroes meticulously gathered the spoils of their conquest, thanks largely in part to Dr. O's careful and precise study of the dragon's corpse. Their exploratory journey took them to a secluded northwestern cottage where not only ash zombies threatened them, but also a lumbering ogre zombie. Yet, they prevailed, eradicating the undead threat in Thundertree. Its kobolds, already shaken by the demise of their draconic master, fled in terror from our party's approach. Their daunting reputation had clearly preceded them. Once the immediate threats were handled, they returned to the humble dwelling of Redolf, a solitary druid. His sorrow at the dragon's demise was palpable, but he acknowledged the necessity and praised the group for their additional efforts. The moment was ripe for Redolf's promised ritual. With everyone gathered, he invoked divination, allowing Melian her long-awaited question. And as she voiced her inquiry regarding the enigmatic death curse, a simple yet loaded word returned. Soul Forge. But as the magic coursed, a disturbance reached Dr. O's senses. An eerie pull, alien and invasive, seemed to latch onto the ritual's magic. Once the connection ceased, Dr. O relayed her harrowing realization. An unknown entity had tried to violate their ritual, perhaps attempting to discern their location. The safety they once felt was now overshadowed by a looming danger. Time became their most precious commodity. Resolute, our heroes wasted no moments, aiming to put vast distance between them and the now compromised site of Thundertree. Their path led them to Neverwinter, each step filled with urgency. Yet, amid the rush and concern, Melian found herself lost in introspection within the sanctuary of their extra-dimensional cart. The word Soul Forge echoed relentlessly in her mind, intertwining with thoughts of the death curse and memories of her mother. The tapestry of this enigma had just begun to unravel. And thus brings us to the present moment, where the towering gates of Neverwinter open before you, revealing the bustling heart of this northern metropolis. A medley of voices rise to greet you, the chatter of merchants promoting their wares blending with the distant laughter of children and the soft melodies of street performers. Overhead, multicolored banners flutter in the gentle breeze, their vibrant hues juxtaposed against the gray stone of the city wall. The aromas are a heady blend. Freshly baked breads from a nearby bakery compete with the tang of salt from the docks and the fragrant blooms of a flower seller's cart. Closer to the gates, the earthy scent of horses mingles with the smoky undertones from a blacksmith's forge. As you tread upon the cobblestone streets, the options before you unfurl like an open scroll. To one side, Gundren's contact awaits. The mysterious Syndra Sylvain, whose invitation hangs in the air like a tantalizing secret. Alternatively, the vibrant storefronts beckon, offering a plethora of goods and perhaps some much-needed equipment for your upcoming endeavor. Yet, for Vivacity, a more personal call beckons, guiding her towards the Bloody Tusk, where Morak, Grogmar, and dearest Droop await. Holding stories of old and the promise of familiar comfort. Their paths are many, the choices significant. Choice is yours, heroes. What do you do?
Viv's so excited to go see her parents again. And Droop, her son. She's practically just like bouncing, like, ah.
He is my best friend.
No.
I don't even know what a friend is. Yeah, I do. I'm lying.
Well, I guess we, first of all, your family, Viv?
To the Bloody Tusk?
I mean, yeah. I think we can do with some wine or beer or
Anything you want.
grog.
Anything you want. And just, you're going to have the best meal you had in a while, too. Come on. Let's go.
All right, we move on to the Bloody Tusk. As you had approached, this is the sight you see opening before you. Here's a map of Neverwinter. We move off just a little bit to the west, where we may find the Bloody Tusk.
I remember meeting you all here. Feels so long ago. But it wasn't really, was it?
Yes, that's good, Mr. Bubbles. Has been quite a while. I barely remember this place.
Been far too long.
Well, what are y'all waiting for? Let's go inside.
I think we're waiting for you.
This time, Mel is gonna just follow everyone because last time she was here, she came in through the window, and she really, she really doesn't want to do that again.
I remember that.
She's gonna just like discreetly go after you. You can go ahead.
Yeah, didn't you go into like the right here?
Remember that? You don't remember this? We didn't even know. You didn't see me. I was the first one to arrive. You did.
No,
how did you?
We were the first ones, and we were in the corner at the table watching.
Gundren
You
brought
guys
us.
didn't see anything. You guys didn't see anything. Shh.
Do they not have doors in Chult?
They really don't.
Sometimes.
If they don't have doors in Chult, that's going to be an issue. Because I'm pretty big to be going through some kind of window. Don't even talk about Mr. Bubbles.
They have doorways. They just don't have doors.
I have a large reduce. I can take care of Mr. Bubbles.
Wow.
Oh, you know.
Can we just go in, please?
All right. Enough teasing. Let's come on. Come on.
We are in, so.
Right.
Dad!
As you
Papa, I'm home!
exactly, as you enter the establishment, the mood is jovial. Patrons are talking, drinking, and some are even dancing to a bard off in the corner. His tunes,
God.
strumming on a lute. Viv's
Oh my God.
fathers, Morak and Grogmar, hear her announce herself as she bursts through the doorways. Oh, Vivipoo, is that you? Oh, it's been little over a month, not too long. Oh, come here.
Oh my God. Oh, it's been.
It feels like it's been way long. It feels like a year.
It feels like almost a year and a half.
She goes in for a big old orcish bear hug on both of their necks. I missed you both so much.
They embrace you in a big hug. You know, arms just covering around you, squeezing you. The orc strength definitely coming out. Oh, Viv, it's so good to see you. Come here, let me have a look. Holds you a little bit out at arm's length, looks you up and down. You don't even have a scratch. You sure you don't have a little bit of orc blood in you?
Well, maybe not blood, but I definitely got the constitution of one. Now, let's get some food. Let's get some food for my friends. Round of drinks.
Oh, you're just in time. You know, odd thing happened not too long ago. We had a visitor, stirring up a little bit of trouble here in Neverwinter. Almost got kicked out at the gates. He almost put his head on a pike.
Oh my god.
But we heard he knows a certain acquaintance. Tell you what, he's cooking in the kitchen right now if you want to go meet him.
Wait, you can't mean.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Droop! She
You
runs
go-
back there.
Back behind the bar, open the door, and see an absolute mess. There are dirty pots and pans everywhere. And just through the haze of some of the flour kind of floating in the air, you see the telltale jester hat of a small diminutive form, normally pink and magenta, covered in white. It's whisking something furiously, but then stops. The head kind of looks up at your voice, and you see a familiar face turn around as Droop comes running at you. Mom! Leaps up to jump into your arms.
Droop, my son!
Oh my god, Mom, you're here! Oh, I was waiting so long, I was worried about you! Oh!
I'm here, baby boy. I'm here. Now, what have you been doing to this kitchen?
Nothing. I just, the dads showed me a little bit of stuff, and I started making, orc specialties. Turns out I'm actually not too bad at it. But it's a lot of work. I prefer the cooking, not the cleaning part.
Well, I can see that. So you're a cook now?
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually making a new dish tonight.
Oh. A new dish, huh? What's it called?
Mountain rock soup.
Oh. So what's it got in it?
A mountain rock.
Oh. Right.
And Viv, you actually remember this as an old soup that your parents made you when you were younger. It's kind of like chicken noodle soup, but for orcs.
Aw, Droop. Do you know what this means?
Not a clue.
It means you're part of the family. And she gives him a little bump on his shoulder. Those aren't the dads in there. Those are your granddads. Yours.
He is just like dumbstricken, eyes open, mouth open, and he's just like not moving right now.
Come on, Drew.
You mean I have a family? Ah! He goes to embrace you again.
Oh, Droop, you've always had a family since the moment I met you.
I'm so happy. Come here, try it. It's almost ready.
Oh, okay.
And then you go over to see what he's working on. And sure enough, there's a big, like, stewing pot over by the fire. And it's got a big rock in it. But you also see some other stuff floating around. There's like mushrooms and what looks like rock moss. He takes a ladle and dips it in, and then holds it out, blows on it a little bit, and then holds it up to you. All right, try it. See if it's ready yet.
Am I gonna have to do a constitution saving
No.
throw? Okay.
No.
All right, I take it, give it a little sip. So, how good is this? How good did Droop do on the soup?
It's actually very, very good. You are thinking you're probably going to have to tread very lightly on this so that you do not insult your dads, because it's better than theirs.
Uh-oh. Her eyes go wide. She pulls the spoon from her mouth for a second, stares at it, just kind of blinks like, is this real? Like, is this happening? Because she didn't think any soup could be better than her dad's. Like, even with the nostalgia goggles on, she's just, wow. Shit's banging. She takes another sip. Droop, this is amazing.
Is it good? Is it good?
It's incredible. I think you might really have a gift for this.
You know, Dad and other Dad, they both said I was pretty good at cooking too. I didn't think I was good at anything.
They weren't lying. I think this is your calling, Droop. I think you were meant to be in the kitchen. Hey, even if you're making a bit of a mess of it, we can always get somebody whose gift is cleaning to come up after you.
Yeah, I would really like that. I don't want to clean.
Yeah. Well, you and me both. You really are my son. Never much liked it myself either. I mean, this is... She takes another spoonful of it, blows on it, and another, this time not blowing on it. She realizes heat doesn't really bother her too much. Why not? She keeps on. She's gonna end up finishing the whole thing before it even goes out in the bowls. So good. Drew, this is the best thing I've had in a long time. You've got to serve it to the others.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did make quite a bit. I've been cooking for a lot of the people that come around here. I don't... Dads have been complaining, but not really complaining about a big influx in business. They say people are starting to come for the food more than the brews, and I don't know. I don't think they're really complaining. They kind of like laugh and snicker when they say it.
Oh no, they're definitely not complaining, Drew.
And now that you kind of notice, there are a lot of people here. It's like midday before lunch. People going to a bar before lunch is not unheard of, but at the Bloody Tusk, it definitely does seem to be pulling in a lot more business than usual.
She listens in on the clamor in the main hall. You hear that, Drew? That's all for you. Well, most of it. Some are just here to get drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never even met them.
Well, they may never meet you too either, but they're definitely meeting your cooking.
Oh, I should maybe cook some more.
Oh, you better get back to it. But
okay.
When you get a moment for break, come on out with us. The rest of the gang wants to talk to you too.
Okay.
They may not act like it, but they miss you as much as I do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. I'll let you get back to work then, Drew. It's good seeing you. She gives him a little kiss on his forehead.
He blushes.
Aww.
For the record, before when I shouted, that was me going,
Oh.
She comes out of the kitchen. So, you put my son to work, did ya?
Oh, not so much put him to work as gave him something to do. He was bored for a little bit. Looked a little lonely.
I'm just teasing you, and you know it. He's back there enjoying every minute of it. Gives him a sense of purpose, and seems like he's pretty damn good at it too.
Oh yes, look at our little tavern. It's turned into one of the spots in the city. I even hear Lord Neverwinter is gonna make an entrance sometime soon.
You're kidding?
No.
Oh.
We're actually just talking about that. If any of the wealthy elites begin to start coming around, what we're gonna do? Could definitely use a little bit of cleaning.
Oh, I mean, so in the kitchen. You've seen it lately, haven't you? It's looks like a hurricane went through there.
I've tried to stay away a little bit more than usual. Droop, for as good as his cooking is, his mess is about 4 times as bad.
Oof. Yeah, might need to hire some new hands. Shouldn't be too much of a problem with all the business you're raking in lately, eh?
That is the truth.
Man, I miss this place. I've had a hell of a time out on the road, but I really did miss coming back here. You know, there's just no place like it.
Well, you know that you always have a place back here whenever you need, Viv. You and your friends. Weren't these are a lot of the same ones that came in here last time before you left, huh?
Yeah, we all made it back in one piece somehow.
All right, look, all of you, come here. I'd like to thank you properly.
She motions to him. Come on, y'all. Bring it in.
Well met.
I'll go
My
up
name's
and give him
Morak.
a big hug. Bring it in.
Big guy.
Hug.
Even Viv's shocked. What's happening right now?
Oh, you're
We
just
said
a
to bring
big
it
tin
in.
can, aren't you? Oh, no offense, man, sir. Strong one is you. My name's Morak.
I'll let him go.
And this here's Grogmar. Well met. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart personally for taking care of my little girl Viv. I hope she didn't give you too much trouble.
No, actually, she was the one saving us. She saved my life at least 2 times.
Oh,
I was
no.
almost a goner.
She blushes
really?
and kind of throws her hair a little bit. Her dad's probably definitely noticed the reaction.
They're sound bad.
They definitely noticed their daughter's reaction to Melian's compliments.
They give a little knowing look to each other. Grogmar
Like our
whispers
babies in
under
love.
Grogmar whispers under his breath to you a little bit. You take a little bit more after the family, huh?
Oh. Hold on.
Jesus.
I love that. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, tNomad, I'm giving you an inspiration. Just don't use it on any of the enemy characters, please.
Yeah.
It comes with conditions, terms and conditions.
Use it on Droop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Droop gets the inspiration. Droop gets it.
So, my little girl's a savior, huh?
Well, I'm just, you gotta do what's right?
Yes, of course. Always do what's right. We got out of the orc tribes a while ago. Definitely a big change coming here into the city of Neverwinter, but, they don't look too kindly on certain things, certain lifestyles, but we definitely made a home here in Neverwinter. It was an adjustment period, but I think we've done well learning ourselves, and apparently we've done pretty well teaching you. Always do the right thing. Do right by others.
That's what I've always lived by.
Well, I mean, tell us, what are you doing here in Neverwinter again? I thought you were going down to Baldur's Gate area.
Well, we've got a little bit of a problem on our hands.
Oh?
Yeah, there's something nasty going around, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, you wouldn't be happy to investigate in that wasting disease, are you?
Oh shit.
She looks at her party. What do you know about that?
Oh, I don't know, not a whole lot, but in a big city like this, word spreads pretty fast. Some wasting disease that's spreading like wildfire. Only gets some people. Most people aren't affected at all. But you just slowly get like a little bit more tired and tired by the day. It hasn't been going on too long. I think maybe a 10-day at most.
Oh, So it's here. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but yeah, that's what we're trying to solve.
Solving it? Is it that bad, really?
Well, no, if it keeps people from suffering.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We want to stop it from affecting anybody else or as many people as we can. So, that's what we're here for.
As I've heard so far, definitely haven't heard anything too worrisome, just people getting tired, but if you're on it, and you think it's important, by all means, anything we can do to help out, you just let us know.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Please stop talking about my father this way. Please stop thirsting over my dad on Maine.
Morak is definitely like posing. He knows how to hold a stance.
Jail,
like that, how can you not?
Jail, all of you.
Is this why Brecker stays behind?
Oh.
Shut up. Oh, God.
I couldn't not say it. Once the thought occurred, it had to go into the world.
That'll be my defense for everything.
The brain.
It wasn't right. It wasn't my place to keep it inside.
It would be wrong of me not to say.
Right. Exactly. Nomad understands.
Rogmar just goes.
City's dad has got me down bad.
Rogmar just like slaps Morak on the shoulder. Hey, you, knock it off. We got company. Sorry. Sometimes it just happens. It just happens. You know this, Viv.
Yeah, I do. She just reaches for anything that's on the bar and drinkable.
I just can't help myself when I'm around you, Grogmar.
Oh, Dad, stop!
Even Mr. Bubble's eyes were turning a slight pink initial for a moment there.
Whoa.
And they are just like loving teasing Viv right now.
Mel's
Making her
just
uncomfortable.
gonna turn her back a little bit.
Mark my words, when I get married, I'm coming back in here and I'm gonna be obnoxious as hell about it too. It's payback.
Oh, when you get married.
Marriage, huh?
I said when? I'm gonna settle down one day.
Well, don't wait too long.
Yeah.
When the
what's
right one
rush?
comes around, you don't want to wait too long, trust me.
Well, I guess that's wholly dependent on several things, huh?
The more dangerous your adventures, the quicker you gotta get on it.
I guess you're right. She sneaks a glance at Melian before quickly averting her eyes back to her dad's.
Does Brecker see that? Curious.
Do you want him to see, or do you want him to roll a perception, Viv?
I think it was pretty fucking obvious. She's not as stealthy or slick as she thinks she is.
Brecker just grabs a quick mug, goes to sip it, and just kind of mutters in a loud whisper, "May happen sooner than you think."
And just Viv just flushes completely, making death eyes at Brecker from across the bar.
Brecker pretends not to notice.
But I know you do.
Man, this floor is sure interesting.
Mr. Bubbles just has a seat on one of these very sturdy chairs.
And as you all are congregated together, reminiscing, catching up, Droop comes out carrying a large pot, bigger than him, jumps up on a little stool thing that obviously was put there for him, starts walking on the bar, and sets it down. All right, everyone, you chumps, dinner serve! And then when he says that, the crowd hops up from their seats and rushes up to the bar. Hey, easy, one after another. Don't make me get my spoon.
Oh, don't make him get a spoon.
And then everybody kind of like calms down a little bit, and he's like, all right, one after the other. And remember, I can't count very high, so go slow. First goes to Mom. Gives out a little bowl. Next goes to Dad. 1, 2. Well, just whatever. Next one goes to Dad. And then, I'm tired. You just have at her. And then he hops down and he goes and stands next to Viv, and his hands are behind his back. He's like a little toddler, like waiting expectantly to watch you eat. Like, kind of like, this is my new toy. Do you like it?
I love it. I love it. Viv looks around at her party, who seems to be. There's definitely some lingering skepticism in the air. Like, y'all, please trust me. It is so good.
Yeah, you're all looking at this and you're like, what the hell? It's a big rock, like a piece of a boulder in a bowl, and the stew's like green and it's got moss in it and mushrooms, and it does not look good. And it smells kind of weird. It's like appetizing in a weird way. Like, I don't really want to eat this, but it smells good.
Brecker might know what it is.
I was about to say,
Brecker would know.
Brecker probably has experience with these.
Your off-bay does not find many foods weird, so I think she's good.
Y'all have to try this.
Has eaten a live sturge.
Is there meat in it?
No.
That makes it way less appealing.
I've had this before as a child. It's not half bad if you know how to cook it right. Let's see.
Oh,
I'm going to eat the rock.
It's cooked so
Oh
right.
my god.
Viv just watches as Dr. O absorbs the rock.
She just climbs in the pot and just starts like molding over it.
And Viv's just like, yeah,
Just
well, waste
amoebas
it.
It's really good. You did a
Brecker.
good job, Droop.
Brecker, when you take a taste, you are brought back to your childhood almost immediately. It is very, very delicious. Like, you've had this probably more times than you can possibly count. And somehow it's different and it's better. It's extremely, extremely surprising coming from Droop, a goblin, this level of cooking.
Brecker immediately takes one sip. His eyes go wide. He stares at Droop for like a good half minute, just like, I can't believe this look. And then he immediately drops the spoon and starts gouging the whole bowl.
What I tell ya?
Looks like you guys like it.
He's got a gift.
Oh, I ain't had cooking soup like that in so long. In fact, I don't think I've ever had soup like that before.
Come on, Mel. Try some.
I am certain I never had soup like this before. And she's just gonna, like, very cautious, it's like, if anything happens, you guys are here.
The Bloody Tusk is not responsible for any obsessions that develop after you taste this soup. Disclaimer.
The Bloody Tusk is not responsible for any bloody tusks sustained in its house. On its premises.
I just see Dr. Oppe swooshing her rock around in her gelatinous form, like, just... Viv's eyes are just kind of trained on the rock that's swooshing around, like, holy shit.
Rock, it's well seasoned.
Well, what?
Mel is just gonna like put soup on her bowl and just like, you know, she has a face that says, well, this is my life now, and she's gonna go ahead and gingerly start eating it.
And what do you think? Viv is really, really anxious to know.
Do I survive? Alright, I'm just gonna stare at the bowl. Look at Droop. Stare at the bowl. Look back at Droop. Like, how?
He's got a big smile on his face. He's doing like that Jack Nicholson where he's like smiling and like nodding up and down slowly.
Oh.
See if I can find that meme. This.
She's gonna go ahead and like just finish the soup in almost one go, which is not usual for her, but she's like, and she's still gonna stare at it like, how? Droop, how?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes the food just calls to me. It's like I speak its language.
I'm just gonna look around like, what the fuck? But still, respect.
You speak that language, Droop. You're fantastic. That's my son. Best cook in Neverwinter. Well, then she suddenly looks at her dad's. Third best. Third best.
Ha! Third best in Neverwinter. I'd say he's best in all of Faerun.
Oh, really? Do you mean that? They never let me in the kitchen with the goblins. Said I was too stupid.
Ha! Seems to me like they were more jealous of your cooking than anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Viv, who's been looking in another direction for a little bit during the conversation, turns to her dad's. So, I'm curious. Where'd you hire this bard?
Oh, he was out in the market just the other day, and we told him that we have we got to talking, told him we have quite a big crowd coming lately because of Droop's cooking and everything, and he said he was looking for money. He said, well, come on by, you're sure to draw a few good coins around here. People with full bellies tend to be happier, throw a bit more coin.
She watches him for a bit. I mean, he's no me, but he's pretty good.
Just some wanderer. I think his name's Lauren or something.
Lauren. About what time did his performance wrap up? I think I'd like to talk to him.
Oh, he's actually got a room upstairs. He usually takes a midday break, wanders around the town, pedals around, comes back towards night, plays again for the evening crowd.
All right. Well, I'd love to get to know his backstory. If he's gonna be performing at the Bloody Tusk, he's got to be up to snuff. He's got to pass the vivacity test.
Oh,
so
of course.
Because
Well, without you here, we need someone.
Well, it's he's no me, but I guess he'll do in my absence.
So what else you got on the ticket today? You coming just to see your old dads, or you got something that pulls you in the city?
Okay, so I'm gonna need a refresher on what other than the wasting disease. Why are we here?
So there is the wasting disease, and you also had Gundren's brother, Tharden, I think it was. Tharden died. Gundren said, please bring my brother to Neverwinter. I have a contact there that can bring him back to life, because revivification spells and the like are usually high-powered. And that
you hear
contact...
loud rock and metal sounds coming from my table.
Grating.
Yep.
And now Dr. A's doing the Jack Nicholson head nod thing. Yes. And the contact that Gundren gave you was Syndra Sylvain.
Ah, Syndra Sylvain. Sounds like a bad bitch. All right. So, Syndra Sylvain. So we're looking to get a dude revived. We have the body with us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, well, you know, there is the whole the wasting disease business that we're here to take care of, but we are also kind of on another little mission as well. Old fellow back in Phandelver that we helped out with the whole mine business. See, his brother unfortunately met his end, but he apparently knows somebody around here that could bring him back. So we're looking for that person. You wouldn't happen to know of anybody named Syndra Sylvain, now would either of you?
Syndra Sylvain. I don't think I know her personally, but I think I've heard the name around the merchant wares. I think she's rather wealthy. Probably lives on the other side of town.
Ah, rich broad. All right. I guess that helps a little bit, but hey, any little thing helps, right? But yeah, that's our business. Come in, visit you two, grab a bite to eat. I mean, the food in Phandelver wasn't too bad, or Phandelin wasn't too bad, but yeah, it's nothing compared to this place. I mean, especially now that you have Droop in the kitchen working his magic. Must have taught him well.
To be honest, we just gave him some tools.
Hmm?
Yeah, we just told him some of the ingredients to some stuff. He started whipping stuff together.
So he is a natural. Hmm?
Little guy's a savant.
Ooh, savant. That's a hell of a word. But yeah, I agree. He's very savant-like. But I wouldn't expect anything less from my son. You do know that, right? That's my boy.
Oh, really? He's your adoptive son?
Yes. I told him if you got him making that soup, that means he's all but adopted himself by you two. So
I suppose that makes sense.
Congratulations on being grandparents.
Morak just like grabs his chest and like gives a dramatic like faint. And then Grogsmar like, Morak, come on. You're so dramatic. Well, we are so very happy to have you in our family, Droop.
Aw, did you hear that, Droop?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm not ready to be a grandpa. I'm too young.
She's just laughing.
Tell you what, Morak, I think I can see some gray hairs poking through now. Oh!
She shoves her dad Grogmar on the shoulder. Stop messing with him. You know how he is about his hair.
Oh man, all the oils and shit he puts on his face at night, don't even get me started. You want to look young forever, it takes some work.
All right, so what's next?
Well, you wanted to talk to that bard guy, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for his performance to be over though.
All right.
I want to rocket grab Droop and pull him in for a hug.
Suddenly, the bard strums his final note, gives a flourishing bow, and you hear him across the way. Thank you so much. I've been here for the past week or so. Be here around for a few more days. Remember, tell the tale of Lauren, the blonde-voiced. Spread it far and wide. Thank you so much for your patronage. I am going to take my afternoon break now. Then he gathers this little pouch thing he has set up on the table by him. There's a pretty good weight of coins inside of it. Starts to gather up his things.
The blonde voiced.
I think he meant blonde-haired.
No, I said
Seems
blonde
like-
voiced.
Seems like it seems.
Wait, that's the thing?
Yeah, he's the blonde voice. Come on, you just don't understand. You just don't understand.
I don't.
You just don't understand us bards.
You just say it's a bard thing. You wouldn't understand. It's not saying that his voice is blonde. He is blonde, and he is the voice.
I turn to Viv and I go,
Thank you for
I
explaining
don't.
it.
He
Honestly.
is the voice. He has blonde hair. He's
Look
the
at-
blonde voice.
Honestly,
Look at him. He clearly has white hair.
It's
I mean,
platinum
right.
blonde.
Oh,
honestly, for a second there, I thought I said the blind voice.
Walks over to the bar and takes a gold coin out of his pouch. Says, "Thanks again as always, Grogmaw Morak. Pleasure doing business here." Tosses it on the bar. And Droop, if I could get a little bit more of those sweets that you have hidden back there. Oh, sure, Lauren. I'll be right back.
ooh, damn.
Droop goes back, brings out a little pastry and sets it on the bar.
It's pastries too?
Oh my god. I wish I could eat.
Save this goblin, and now he's like a top tier chef. What even just happened?
Right?
Call that Goblin Ramsay.
Melly is just gonna move in and just like she just accepted it, so she's gonna go for the sweets too.
Oh, don't worry, I got more.
So
Droop goes into the kitchen, takes out a couple more pastries, sets them on. Lauren's just drinking some fine wine from a small cup now. Just kind of like not really paying attention to anybody. You sense perhaps a little bit of arrogance about him.
Viv looks him up and down, well, at least as much as she can from across the bar. So, the blonde voice. You're the new regular entertainer around here, are you?
Oh, yes, the name is unfortunate. Haven't really thought of anything better yet.
Oh, I'm sure you'll come up with something.
I think it's becoming in some sense of the word. Still working on it, of course.
She holds out her hand. Vivacity. I'm the daughter of the two proprietors here.
He waits a little bit, looks at your hand, looks up at you, and then extends out a hand. Pleasure.
I was hoping we could have a word in a quieter place.
Oh, I was just about to go to the market, but I've been there enough. How private?
Just the back rooms over there, yeah?
Is there any particular reason? He's looking at you quite inquisitively. He's like interested. Why do you wanna talk to me so secretively? You kind of sense he's wondering.
Her eyes flick down at something affixed to his outfit, and then right back up to his eyes. Just wanted to scout out the new talent. This place means a lot to me, you know. I was the usual performer around these parts.
He kind of takes one of his hands and like covers the pin a little bit, pulling his robe. Not trying to hide it, but like you kind of sense like, oh, you're talking about this. And then he says, new talent. Perhaps in this area, but in others I've been around a while. I am an elf, after all. And then he strums 3 very particular notes on his lute, which seems completely absent-minded, kind of like just lounging around casual. But you remember some of the signs that Sister Garael taught you about the Harpers. This is a sort of like Harper salute. Very specific notes with very specific spacing. It's like a signal.
Viv smiles. Oh, I know that one. She hums the same tune.
Ah, I suppose I have some time. Lead away, my lady.
So she walks with him. Let's see, what's a nice back room or private area we could go into?
You can probably go back here.
Oh yeah, Droop's not in the kitchen right now.
So, you're a harper.
That I am.
Where you hail from? I've not seen you around here in Neverwinter.
Well, I'm from Neverwinter. Lived here most of my life, but I'm a recent initiate into the Harpers. I was initiated by a nice young lady in Phandelver.
Oh, Phandelver, would that perhaps be Garael?
Indeed it would.
I know her, we go way back.
Nice young woman. So, since you're here, I was wondering if you could help me out.
Oh, certainly.
Me and my friends here, we're investigating the wasting disease that's been taking hold around these parts lately.
Oh, Our Lady of Luck works in mysterious ways. Do not discount her. Just so happens, I've been investigating this very thing myself. The death curse, it has come to be known as.
Yep. What was that word that we heard? What was it, like Soul Forge?
Soul Forge. You know a bit, don't you?
Yeah,
Tell me,
well.
how much do you know about the death curse? Perhaps we could exchange notes.
Well, I know it only affects people that have been dead before.
Anything else?
Well, what all do we know as a party about this OOC, by the way?
That's kind
That's
of...
pretty-
yeah,
pretty
that's
much-
kind of it.
That's pretty much all we know.
Yeah,
so
you
far
know
about
that it affects people that have been revived from death, and you know that it seems to be originating from Chult.
Well, not much else. We know it comes from Chult, and we plan on heading down there. But that's what we're working on, is trying to get as much information about it as possible, so we can put an end to it. Just, it only affects people that have been revived before. That's the main thing that we're working with. And this word Soul Forge, which we don't have much context for, but we heard the word.
Well, you've done a good amount, though my travels have taken me far and wide. I've learned a few more things. No worries, though. Us Harpers, we work together. I'll tell you what I know. And he's got, like... It's starting to kind of piss you off. He definitely, like, has a lot of pride to him. Yes, it affects those who have been revived from death. That we know. Seems to have no effect on those who have always been among the living. It's originating somewhere in the jungles of Chult, as you have said. The Soul Forge. Interesting that you know that name. That is not known, and I would not whisper it ever so slightly, even in company you trust. It's very quiet.
Right.
And he's like waiting, since he's like trying to be dramatic.
Viv kind of spins her hand forward. Yes.
Well, okay, so the Soul Forge, what I know is it is a very, very old and powerful artifact. We don't know much about it, but me and my agents and my sources have located that it is this artifact, the Soul Forge, that is in the jungles of Chult. Do not know where, but somebody's got to go timber dodging down there. I just passed another contact in the city, paying good money. Perhaps you know her, Syndra Sylvain? Like name dropping right there.
Oh. She kind of lights up. The annoyance on her face at this guy's douchebaggery is kind of dissipates for a second when he drops the name, because she was certainly planning on asking about that, but if he's going to volunteer the information himself, that's all the less trouble. So she lights up when she hears the name. You know?
Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Syndra and I, we go back a little. I've helped her with a number of things. She owes me quite a few favors.
So, where's she staying these days?
Oh, she's in her manse.
Where's that at exactly?
Quite bedridden. Oh, it's on the other side of town in the wealthy part.
Ah, well, I mean, I figured that, knowing Syndra, she hasn't changed up houses any?
No.
Still living in the same one?
Oh, same one.
I forgot where that was. Their street name?
Oh, no worries, no worries. And then he like goes on, oh yeah, it's over here by this guy. I know that guy did some work for this guy. Like, you have a really good idea, probably like 1/4 of the way into his explanation, and he just keeps going on. Oh, and then there's this guy house. I helped him out.
She just smiles. You like hearing yourself talk, don't you?
Oh, yes. I love my voice.
I bet
The blonde
you do.
voice.
Ew.
I bet you do. Well, is there, I'm afraid I don't have too much to offer you for your help, but
Oh, no worries. Appas.
I can make sure that you eat well every time you're here.
That I have been.
Well, you might eat well for an even smaller percent of the cut.
Well, I certainly will not decline such an offer. The food here is fantastic.
I'll say.
Never would have thought a goblin could be so good.
Well, he's not just any goblin. He's Droop, and he's going to be the best chef in all of Faerun.
In all of Faerun, even the elves, huh?
Especially the elves.
Well, we'll take you up on that wager. When you feel his skills are good enough, bring him back to me. I'll probably hang around Neverwinter. This area is really good for learning a multitude of very interesting things and propositions. Bring him back. We'll take him back home, and I'll show him to some of my acquaintances in the Elven Kingdoms. See how he marks up to them. If your goblin wins, why, might even have him apprentice under one of them. My treat.
Oh, I know he'd love it. Well, thank you so much, Lauren. And may you find a better name.
Always searching for it.
Well, nothing like a good rebranding, huh?
Before you leave, so about this death curse. Been the talk of the streets and taverns for the past several days. Though I think it's been going on a little bit longer. can't quite place an exact date when it all started, but it is a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead, and only those raised from the dead, as you well know. The victims, they grow thinner and weaker every day, slowly and steadily sliding toward the death they once denied. Seems that when they finally do succumb, they can't be raised. I've done my best to, stymie the spread of this little bit of information. We don't need panic running through the streets quite yet. Thanks largely in part to Syndra. But there is a, timer of sorts. Can't be raised, and neither can anyone else, regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. Seems like when you're dead, now you're dead. Templars and scholars of divine magic are all at a loss to explain this curse. It's affected the entire region, possibly the entire world.
Yeah. It just makes it all the more important to put an end to it.
Aye. I'm keeping my eye out for a band of worthy adventurers. I'm told to send them Syndra's way. Perhaps if you see her, you could keep your eye out as well.
She smiles. I'll keep him out. Nice talking to you, Lauren.
Very nice meeting you too.
Viv goes through, holds the door for him, and they come back into the main area. Well, if I can drag my token, it'd be nice. There we go. So, what'd I miss? Yeah, what else?
Nothing much over here. Droop's gonna get me some food, which is gonna be great. That rock was very tasty.
Mmm.
How much of it's left?
The soup's all gone. And when Lauren comes out, Droop, I think you may have misplaced my pastry. I can't find it. Takes his stuff, and then Lauren goes upstairs.
Viv goes up to her dad's. I think you might have a real talent on your hands here. You know? Might I suggest, gently, as a, former co-proprietor of the Bloody Tusk, that you charge him a smaller cut of his earnings for the food.
Any friend of Viv's a friend of ours. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do just that. He brings in a lot of business besides the food anyway. Though his name is Horrid, we've given him a few more suggestions. He doesn't want to take them. His name is Horrid, but he does sing quite well.
We talked about that. He's working on his rebranding era.
He needs it.
I'll say. But he's got a damn good voice on him, and he's pretty damn good with that loot, too. So, yeah, I think you'll want to keep him around. Even if he is a little bit of an asshole.
Oh, you noticed.
How do you not? Did 2 seconds with the guy. Exudes it. So she looks around at her party. So we're all enjoying the food, huh?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of you, Drew.
These pastries are really good, and they're just like all still floating bits all through her.
You got any more of those, Drew?
I think they're still in the oven right now.
Oh, no worries, hon.
Oh, have I shown you my bed, Mom?
Oh, no. You'll have to show me. Now.
He goes into the kitchen. And he sleeps on a little, It looks like a little dog mattress underneath one of the tables. He even does that thing where he like sniffs, scratches, and like circles around and then lays down.
God. Did you choose this, Drew? We've got other beds you can sleep in.
Oh no, I like being where I work.
So they didn't put you up to this.
Grogmar walks in, he's like, I couldn't convince him otherwise.
She sighs. She knows her dad's better. She knows that they would have tried to put him into a much nicer room. This is just Droop being Droop.
Oh yeah, he's an odd one, but he's a good one.
Yeah, he's definitely an odd one, but aren't we all?
So where are you sleeping, Mom?
Well, I imagine I'll sleep in my old room.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
I haven't been in there yet, but I might want to move my bed there.
Oh, well, you're more than welcome to, honey.
Yeah, we can sleep together every night, and you can tell me bedtime stories for the rest of your days, and we'll live happily ever after here together in Neverwinter.
Oh, honey.
Rip.
That sounds wonderful. She'll tell him tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Damn.
She can't break his spirit right now. She needs time. She needs time to deliver the blow softly.
At least he's coming with us.
Come on, Droop.
Okay, now what?
I feel sorry for your dads because they're gonna lose all his food revenue.
I know, right? I've been thinking that this whole time. I was like, wow, we're gonna take away massive revenue from our family.
We're gonna be like, oh, the patrons are gonna be like, well, the food's good, but I mean,
That's not good for business.
You're gonna wreck your family business.
y'all are severely underestimating how well my dads cook. Okay, they were doing just fine before Droop showed up.
They were
Yeah,
doing
but
fine, but now
That's
they're
way
doing
different.
great.
Yeah, it's gonna be way different when people are like expecting the like top tier food, and then they're getting like, you know, better than average food. Like that just breaks your
Yeah.
heart.
Like good food, like yeah, they get.
They're
good
just
food.
gonna have to fucking deal with it. We got a plague on our hands.
We need Droop, man.
You better order some DoorDash. You better get you some ye old DoorDash, because Droop's coming with us.
Door Droop.
I mean, I was never gonna suggest that Droop stay behind. I was just saying I felt bad.
Droop Dash.
Same.
I would never suggest Droop not come with us.
He belongs with us now.
Oh, of course. That
I would
wasn't
never,
that
I would
wasn't
never deprive Nomad of doing that voice for him.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You caught me coughing. I had to mute myself.
our icons kind of look like a Christmas tree.
You should rework his voice slightly just so that it's easier for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
Droop-
I don't
Droop-
mind if you have to redo his voice a little.
Droop hits
Yeah.
puberty.
Droop do what?
Droop enters puberty.
His voice changes. Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
Oh god!
I'll have to get like a toner or whatever that like drops the octave.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, like if you need to change the voice slightly so that it's easier on you, like that's fine by me at least.
Oh yeah, of course.
Droop discovers cough drops.
Your comfort is important, no matter.
Yeah.
Even if we love
Droop's
Droop.
just too important to us to leave behind. So
It's like Melian, the main character. Oh no, it's Droop. This is the era of Droops.
This is Droop's arc.
The age of Droop.
The age of Droop.
All right. Well, maybe we should get going then.
This is Droop's world. We're
He
just
was
living
going
in
to
it.
he was going to follow in your footsteps and be a bard, but instead he's now a chef class.
I'm completely okay with that. You know what? It's as much as I would have loved him to be a bard like me, I encourage my child to follow his dreams.
I need Nomad to homebrew a chef class, and
Chef bard.
Droop has a weapon that is literally a spoon.
Just
No.
just a fucking an enchanted ladle.
Just various kitchen utensils. It doesn't have to be one.
Yeah, like a
Various ones out.
A little
Fortnite.
pot lid for a shield.
Yes.
All kitchen themed. His class is literally chef. That's all I want for Droop it now.
I was thinking if I made a rogue that was similar to Droop, I'd make a rogue, and his weapons would literally be a chef knife.
Nice.
Nice.
I want to see that.
That's what I want for Droop. Like, not that he has to be combat oriented or be like in our combats, but that's what I wish for him.
All right, where are we off to now?
So Dr. Offbay would really like to stop by a bookstore on our way to speak to we're Syndra. Like, that's what we want to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we know where she is.
Yeah, we have a lot of shopping.
Thanks to me being the super cool super spy.
I just want
We
some
can
books
buy-
for
What do you mean by that, Viv?
We can buy
Yes.
out the bookstore.
All we know is that you just went there with that guy, and then you came back.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, what did you do?
I smooched.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
No,
now, it's just,
my.
now it's just gonna be like, oh,
Like, I'm just fucking with you. I don't like men.
Oh.
No offense to the one actual man in the party.
Hey.
You're not a man, you're metal. You're
so he is technically. If you read the journal entry today, you would know.
Oh.
There's a journal entry about Mr. Bubbles.
oh,
Yeah. Dr. Offbay posted a journal entry.
Oh, I need to go.
Time to
okay,
read.
I need to read the big
It's
lore.
some deep lore drop.
No, it's just a little sprinkle in, but it's there.
It's deep
Ooh.
though.
I love me
drop.
some lore. I'll do that in the break.
Nice.
All right. Oh.
So, what did you guys talk?
Well, I found out some things that we might need to know. Turns out, if you compliment a man's singing voice, he'll tell you just about everything. So, I know where to find our revivifier. Our revivifier, you know, the person that's gonna revive. What's his face?
Gundy's brother.
Yeah, Gundy's brother. What's his face? What's
No, Gundry's brother. We don't need to know his name.
Yeah. So, I know. Point is, I know where to find her.
Do you also know where to find a bookstore?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know the city at least this part of the city like the back of my hand.
Sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
All right. So, to a bookstore first.
Yeah, we can get that out of the way.
All right, to the bookstore.
All
Follow me,
right.
everybody.
What would you like to buy from the bookstore?
All right.
What are you
I'm
doing
interested in chat, but like I'm looking for history books, especially around
Oh,
children.
that.
But, like
Okay.
anything, yeah. And I'm dropping like 300 gold on just books.
Okay.
You can think about it later.
Books.
I just
Whoops.
Wonder if they
What
got a
other
coffee
books?
shop around here.
We
I want to
have
take
the gold.
150 of it out of my silver.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
A lot of silver.
Anything else you guys want to do for shopping and items? Or do you want to go right to Syndra?
Did we want to sell anything? Or?
In the bookshop, Mel would like to look for either something for potion making or for something related to either her main look is the main thing she's looking for is like potion making, or how to prepare potions and stuff like that for protection, or for, because she knows that this, when they go to Chult, especially against poison, and just out of curiosity, she wants to see like any books about the local flora and fauna, because she doesn't know that if she's coming back around whenever she goes down to Chult.
Okay.
Mr. Bubbles would like a picture book.
Yeah, I need to buy like a leather toolkit and the other toolkit at some point while we're here.
Harvesting.
Viv
It
wants
doesn't have to be.
a
I have harvesters.
Viv wants a songbook for her Bandor.
Everybody's getting books. Look how well read we are.
We're so erudite.
Mine's a picture book.
Hey,
We all read at our own levels, Mr.
exactly.
Bubbles.
Thank you.
What's in the picture book of?
I don't know.
Aminals?
No
Cute animals?
Animals?
yeah.
Pop on pop.
Fox goes jump.
We need to buy 2 of those. One for Mr. B and one for Droop.
Aww, the twinsies. Oh, a little cookbook.
It's a little picture book of the adventures of Tressum and Mephit.
Cool.
Okay, so leatherworkers' tools are 5 gold pieces.
Let me just take that out of my inventory.
Make one. Tool.
I don't think it's letting me adjust it. Can I not edit?
Should be able to.
Edit
Your
list.
currency?
677. It won't let me affect my gold.
Yeah, I don't think we can directly edit our currency.
I used to be able to. I can't now.
Weird.
Are
So
you
I
going
definitely
to edit list?
Yeah, I hit edit list. I went in to edit that. I wonder if I type it on the... No, the line just lets me... 6? Nope.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take care of that.
It's okay.
I'll see what's going on there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably want to buy, like, that bug repellent and stuff once we get to Chult.
Okay. Did you want a harvesting kit?
I
You have
should
those.
have a heart. I bought that, like, the very beginning of the game,
Okay.
so I have one. I also have a healer's kit. We might want to buy more of those since we're doing wounds and stuff now. Just an FYI to everyone.
Yeah. Buy a bunch more.
Yeah, I have one on me, but... we probably...
I said a bunch. Buy enough for the whole campaign.
they're what, like 5 apiece? I'll buy 10.
I think 10. Pretty sure they're 10 charges per.
So 10 gold at 10 charges? Yeah, I'll spend 100 gold. I'll buy 10
Let
of
me
them.
double check. I'm gonna double check how much gold it is each. But it's 10 charges each.
Yeah, I thought it was 5, but I easily could be misremembering.
Hang on. Healer's kit, 5 gold.
Cool. 50 gold goes to buying healer's kits.
But yeah, it has 10 charges each.
And I have a pile of books for the cart.
Do you have the gold for that?
Yeah, I do. I have the gold for all of us.
Okay.
Okay.
So you bought 10 healing kits.
Yes. So that should
11.
be 50 gold. Yes.
Not letting me adjust either.
Oh, that's not
What
good.
the hell?
Interesting.
We can just write it down somewhere for later.
Oh, I got it. If you hold down control and then mouse wheel.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, that must be like a new way of doing it then.
I hate that. All right.
Yeah, that's dumb. Okay. Anything else?
Do we need anything else with the new system, guy? Like, I don't remember what the new
Mainly
wounds
healers
and...
kits.
A lot of the stuff specific for Chult, you can probably wait until you're in Chult. But like,
Okay,
if you guys want to sell anything in Neverwinter, now would be the time.
I think we already sold things at the end of last, unless Mr. Bubbles has all that stuff.
Which things?
Because my inventory's clean, so you were talking about selling stuff, but like, I'm good.
I mean, I do have 35 javelins.
I have a lot of dragon parts.
I think we could
The
sell
dragon
some
parts would be a big one.
Oh yeah. I do want to make
using
some
all those.
jewelry out of some scales though.
Yeah, it depends. If you want
I
to
think
use the
Brecker
dragon.
has all the scales, so you might want to handle that situation now
Yeah,
if you want.
I have a large
scales.
bag of green dragon scales.
Oh well,
Has all of them.
Viv's definitely indicated to Brecker that she wants to make jewelry out of them.
Hand the bag over.
Yeah.
Now, would I
Go
need?
ahead.
Now, would I need to buy some things to be able to make jewelry, or would that just be understood?
Drop a
You would just need like jewel crafting tools or whatever, and then you basically just spend the amount of gold needed for resources, but you don't actually like need the resources.
All right, so okay, I can do that then.
So why don't we?
I want to buy some
take-
jewel crafting tools.
Okay. Why don't we take our break, and then we'll rejoin in 5 or 10 minutes or so, and then you guys can discuss the shopping stuff, and then when we can probably take care of that on break time when we get back.
And we can discuss 532.
532.
And we're back.
532.
Hey.
I took
Hello,
the
hello.
300 gold out of my
532.
inventory.
You did? Okay.
532.
And then you got the 5 for the leather, and then the 50 for the healing kits.
Don't distract her yet. 532.
I hit 532. No, I
Okay,
haven't
good.
done those yet.
Okay.
How much money was that?
So 5 gold pieces for the leather tools, and then 50 gold for 10 healers kits.
Okay, so just 55 gold. Perfect. Can handle that.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't get distracted before you hit it.
477. I got this.
477. I'm helping. 477.
All right, got it. I'm good.
Great. I'm helping.
Removing 150 silver or 1,500 silver pieces took a while.
Yeah.
Feel like the old grandma paying pennies for my books. Here's a 1,500 silver pieces.
That underpaid cashier is like, oh my god.
You just made somebody's day. Probably made their life, actually.
1 copper, 2 coppers, 3 coppers, 4 coppers.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can hear now.
Oh god. Makes me think, how much does it be to be a banker in this world when someone comes in with a whole truckload of copper pieces to transfer to gold?
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so do we have all of our shopping figured out then?
I subtracted all that money. Yes.
Okay.
I need to know how much, if I found anything, or how much I need to pay.
Okay, what are you looking at?
I'm looking for either books on how to make either potions or ointments or anything, to help with healing or things like burn or poison.
Okay.
And if needed, a kit too, because I don't think I have one.
Okay, so a book is 25 gold. How many books do you want?
I think
You
I'll
have
buy
enough to get multiple.
I think I'll buy like 5 books.
Like, do you have proficiency with alchemy tools or anything?
Wait, give me a second. That's a very good question.
Like, is this something you're trying to train?
I'm just trying to, like, it doesn't have to be necessarily alchemy. It can be like herbalism.
Herbalism is some.
Like, if it's something that you're trying to train, then I would ask Nomad, how many books do you need? And then buy that many books. Like, maybe you need 20 books. Then buying 5 is not enough.
If you're trying to train tool proficiency, that's more about time and then spending the necessary gold. Books would be more about like a downtime activity such as
Buying the books is spending the time for but flavoring the time that's spent to train.
So what you can do
That's all.
is what's it called? You could do the downtime research downtime.
Yeah, but how many books should she buy then?
Let's see. Typically, a character needs access to a library or a sage to conduct research, or you could buy the books to have them readily available whenever you want. Assuming such access is available, conducting research requires 1 work week of effort and at least 50 gold spent on materials, bribes, gifts, and other expenses. So you could spend that gold for books, and then whenever you have a week's worth of downtime, you would do the research to learn whatever it is. Or if you're trying to learn how to, if you're trying to learn proficiency with alchemy tools, that's different. It would be training. And then with research, you can learn lore.
I was trying to go for
Crafting, like potions.
Yeah, but more like more like in Mel's natural way of doing things.
Yeah. Okay, so proficiency with an herbalism kit, you can make like antitoxin, potion of healing, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay. So do you have? You should be proficient in herb.
Let me see.
Yeah, you are. Proficiencies. You are proficient with the.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you have an herb?
I don't think I do, actually.
I do. Would you like to borrow?
Yes, I would like to buy one.
No, I don't. I have harvesting. Never mind, I misread it.
I want to buy one.
It's like 5 gold.
Yeah, those are really inexpensive. You can absolutely buy one of those, and then you could
5 gold.
And
they
maybe
have
get, like,
10 charges.
Recipe books. Wait, 10 charges?
I believe so.
I don't think herbalism kits have charges.
In the
Unless it's like specifically for crafting.
I would like to reserve the right to buy things to make magic items before we go to Jolt. But I have to look it up because I forgot all the stuff I have. And I don't want to take time doing that here and now. Is that reasonable?
He said, mm-hmm. That's all you need. Mm-hmm.
Why, it sounded disapproving. So
Oh no, I'm looking at stuff right.
Yeah, he's reading things for Melly.
I am taking a screenshot of my stuff so I know what I can make.
Nice.
Melly, do you have your scimitar? Because I have a scimitar and I don't know if we both have one or if I just need to give you yours back.
I have one. Actually, I had 2. The Dragon Slayer one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I weirdly had 2, and I have 1 here, so I think you can.
Oh no, I just have one as a custom weapon somehow, but I don't actually have the item. Okay.
Ooh, gotcha.
Okay.
All right,
I
let
can
me
confirm.
check.
Yeah, just make sure you have one. As long as you
Yeah.
have one, we're
So the herbalist kit does have 10 charges.
Okay,
The
let's buy
thing
her.
with the charges is because it's tied in with the wounds and injuries system. That's why it has the charges, because you can perform treat poison, treat disease actions, as well as long rest care. That's where the charges come from. And then you can scavenge and scout, or not scout. You can like scavenge for other resources, plants and herbs to refill it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
gotcha.
Wisdom survival check, gathering herbs from the environment.
Can it
Yep.
hold more than 10 if you...
No.
Oh. In that case, we
Can I
should
buy more
her
than one?
5.
You can,
Yeah.
but remember they do weigh. They do
Oh.
add to your inventory weight.
Right.
She'll
Okay.
carry 1, I'll carry 4. It's all good.
Is that what you want?
Yes. I'll just
Okay.
be like, okay, 1 for me, 4 for Mr. Bubble.
If you ever run out, just give me the empty one until you have a chance to fill it.
They're only 5 gold too. Can I just grab one to grab one?
Yeah.
I'll take up
Nice.
the gold. I think Dr. Offbay likes to be prepared. It's like her thing. That's my thing.
I don't know what if Melly, do you have money, or do you need me to take money? You have some. You have
Let
quite a
me
bit.
see.
It's
because
125 gold pieces total for those herbalisms kit, and then Dr. O just another 5.
how much?
Yeah, I took that care of it.
125.
Gold pieces?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, I took care of mine.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to sell or purchase?
Does anyone going to have any use for the potion of invisibility that I found in my pack?
I mean, Melly usually has use for it, being she scouts a lot.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, drop that in the party sheet real quick.
Did you already give me the scales?
Yeah, it's in the party sheet.
It's in the it's in the party sheet. Why does it tell me that the party coins, everyone but me has 682 gold? Like
All right.
exactly 682.
My money-
Because we added everyone's to yours, but we didn't subtract from their inventories.
Huh.
I have it tracked on my end.
Okay.
All right, I took that out. The money.
Okay. Sounds like we're good on items then. All right. On
Yep.
to Syndra's. So, you have been invited to the home of Syndra Sylvain. Looking around the town of Neverwinter for her dwelling. Invited on Gundren, so you know that she is expecting you. Syndra, you have come to know, is a retired adventurer, now a wealthy merchant. You arrive to see a uniformed attendant leading you up a grand staircase, a large mansion to a 3rd floor. And then you are ushered into a wood-paneled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets and bottles of wine. The darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks, shelves, and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled-up maps and charts. A person is seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. You can't discern a gender because only the person's head emerges from under a heavy blanket draped over the chair. and an embroidered hood and silver mask conceal the wearer's face. Even the person's dry, raspy voice provides no clue. Help yourselves to wine and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I may call you that.
Thank you for your welcome. ML is gonna look at Viv because she was the one to get that information.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I'm told you come here from a Phandelver.
Oh,
You know
yes.
Gundren, is that right?
Yes, we do. We're actually here on a favor for him.
Gundren owes a number of favors these days.
Well, this one's pretty important. He gave us your name because he thought you might be able to bring someone back.
Bring someone back where?
From the dead.
Oh. There was a time I could have provisioned that, though. These days, I think that is out of the question.
She looks at the rest of the party before meeting Syndra's eyes again. How do you mean?
Well, there is a wasting disease around now that unfortunately prevents such a thing. Those who are dead stay dead nowadays. Those who were dead were risen with such means before, now wasting away. And as she says this, her arms weakly rise up and give a little bit of a swooping motion before her.
Oh.
Alas, I am one of the afflicted. I was an adventurer years and years ago. Led to my rise in wealth as a merchant, in fact. I died once and was raised from the dead. Though I have since closed the door on that stage of my life, it seems to be catching up to me at present. This death curse you've heard about has struck me. Don't know how much longer I'll last before I perish. Clerics have no help to offer. They're stymied by what happened.
Mel is gonna move a little bit closer, and carefully, can she see the person's face or anything?
Her face is pretty well hidden. You could probably see parts of her neck that appear to be bandaged. You also see she's wearing these long robes, white, pristine robes. I think they might have like antibacterial function. Even her hands are kind of wrapped. The little bits of skin you do see appear to be papery, of a darker complexion, old and dry. Reminds you of paper. Come closer. Inspect as you wish, I do not mind. Holds out a hand weakly.
Melian's gonna take her hand, but instead of inspecting it, she's just gonna very, very gently just give a little squeeze, not like to hurt her, but just like to give her some comfort. And she's gonna lower herself a little bit. I understand. The truth is, we did come here seeking possibly your help for Gundren's sake and his brother's sake. But we know more people that have been affected by this disease as well. We're trying to figure out what we can do about it. Do you know of any way we can delay, or anything we can do, or any information we can share with anyone that has been afflicted with it, that perhaps can delay while we research, we try to find a way to solve this?
You can't see, but you get the sense that there is a knowing smile that has formed behind the mask. Her posture kind of moves to a place of some sort of confidence. You wish to know more about Death Curse, is that so? I do have more information. I've only learned it quite recently, actually. What is your interest in the Death Curse more specifically, might I ask, that we may become more well acquainted?
Well, I heard it because my mother is afflicted by it. And I've been looking everywhere, trying to learn what we can do. We came upon some information. And Mel is gonna look around, and she's gonna mention the Soul Forge. There's not much else besides that we know. That's all we could gather from it. But I imagine that any information we can share can be used to help each other.
I am sorry for your predicament, child. Perhaps I should not be calling you a child. You may very well be older than I am. One of the elves. It's interesting, though. I see the markings on your skin. Might you be from the lands of Chult?
Yes, that's where I hail from. I came all this way searching for answers.
Answers I may have. The information you seek is from my contacts in the Harpers. They have learned that the cause of this death curse is a necromantic artifact called the Soulmonger. According to their sources, the Soulmonger is hidden somewhere in Chult, your very homeland. Though I do not currently have the ability to help Gundren, I would love to. But alas, I cannot. Not as long as this Soulmonger remains intact on this plane. Perhaps we can help each other, if that would be amenable to you.
Yes, of course. Is there anything we can do for you?
In my current state, no. I have the means to make my life, or what is left of it, comfortable. If there's anything you could aid me, it is time. Your youth gives you a vibrance. If you wish to help an old lady is passing away before her time. Actually, it's already been my time. Fate pulls at us so. You would help me elongate my life. You would be helping me, but not only that, all of the world. If my sources are correct, death curse is spreading across all of Faerû, affecting everyone so afflicted. You could go back to your home, investigate, find the location of this soulmonger, destroy it. I would be doing myself, indeed, Gundren, everyone, great favor, great service to the greater good.
My family are merchants. They might not be directly involved with such things, but they definitely know people. They have a lot of contacts. Maybe we have to go down there. I'm sure I can speak with them. We can pull our contacts or their friends. There are other merchants that travel the land, or even the ones that are or suppliers. They call mostly other elves or other beings that live deeper and deeper in the forest. I'm sure we can find something. We can maybe discover where this thing is, especially if it started there. Maybe we can pinpoint, where the largest amount of people have been affected.
Army of merchants. It would be very, very useful. And at this, she actually gets up, holding herself very gingerly, moves slowly over to this table where you see just a bunch of maps. For those of you who may not have been there, Chult is a peninsula ringed with mountains, choked with rainforests. Enormous reptiles, savage goblins, and an army of undead prowl its jungles and ruins. Mapping the place has always been nigh impossible. Nothing is known about the region's current geography beyond a few miles from the coast. Working from dozens of sea charts, logbooks, and explorers' journals, I have assembled everything known about the current state of Chult to one map. Here, I can provide it to you. You should undertake this mission. When you're ready to depart, I can have you all teleported to Port Nyanzaru, the only major settlement. Been there several times before, so there's little chance of mishap. Once there, I believe I will stay with an old friend by the name of Wakanga Otamu. He's one of 7 merchant princes who rule the city. And she grabs a map.
Teleport.
Yeah, right. I was just like, teleport. I had to hail all the way from there. But she's very happy.
Okay. Here is the map
Ooh.
she supplies you with.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Brilliant.
We're unlocking content.
You can see right here, Port Nyanzaru.
Mel takes a good look. Does the name that she mentioned ring a bell?
I'm sorry, what was the name?
The name of her friend?
Who's that? I don't remember.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm juggling a lot.
Roll back to tape. Roll back
The
to
person
tape.
in the port.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking about strips.
Wakanga Otamu.
Yeah.
Yes. Does that name ring a bell?
Yes. I thought you were saying that you named an old friend. I didn't think. Oh.
No.
Wakanga Otamu. Yes. You know who Wakanga Otamu is.
So is this map something we'll be unlocking more of these hexes? Nice. I immediately pinned that map to my bottom bar.
Highly suggested.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, drag the little like
There we are.
dragon head in the top left down to the bar.
All right, Melian.
I love that. I didn't know that. I was like, what is those things for? I love that.
You can do that with pretty much any screen.
Yep. Any little dragon icon. All right. You know that Wakanga Otamu is one of the many merchant princes. He deals in magic and lore. Wakanga is the only arcane spellcaster among the merchant princes. He's a longtime friend of Syndra Sylvain, and he's something of a dandy who's easily seduced by smart women, or perhaps that's only a carefully constructed public image.
Somewhat of
He
a
deals
dandy.
in knowledge, information, lost lore, potions, and scrolls.
Lord. There you go, Dr. Offbay.
Woohoo.
Mo's gonna look at the map.
Oh, he's a dandy, huh?
That's for you, Viv. That's for you.
Well, I'm not a smart woman by any means, but I'll try.
Hey, thanks for the
Yeah,
follow!
but you're alluring. It doesn't matter. You have all that worldly knowledge.
I am very alluring and thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
All you need is that Riz. You got it.
I got it. I got that natural Viv Riz.
Mo is gonna look at the map, and she's honestly gonna be impressed. I am actually surprised someone could come up with a map this detailed as much as it might surprise people of what's missing, but merchants and the folks that live there, they don't like sharing much information about the paths that you can take. It's not conducive to business. They like to keep their secrets. But this is actually very good.
Of course. Jungle elves would certainly have more information of the peninsula than the rest. I survive this, perhaps, we could talk, chat a little bit. Chalt is a land teeming with treasures.
Well, you can definitely say that. I can help a little bit, but I can introduce you to my family, certainly. They know far more people and places than I do. They travel far more than I have. But I'm sure, especially knowing that you're assisting us, and if we can hopefully get something done and end this curse, I'm sure my parents would be more than happy to part with any information that could.
I think you cut out there.
Oh, she was just saying how, with her helping us and maybe hopefully getting this curse out of the way, her parents would be more than happy to share information with her as a thank you.
I look forward to it. First things first, Soulmonger.
All right, I guess if are you sure you can transport us all to Chult all the way there?
Oh, no problem. Do you have any bags of holding or any other such, however?
Have a bag of holding and a cart of holding. We very much need our cart to come with us.
Cart of holding? Not heard of such a thing. Similar to a bag of holding, I'm assuming.
Yes, quite similar.
I will consult
Except there's
my books. You never know with extra-dimensional spaces. Fickle things. Should not be an issue with a regular teleportation circle. When are you looking to depart?
I think, Viv, you'd want to say goodbye to your family before
Oh,
we
yeah,
go into.
of course. And give Droop the good news / bad news that he's coming with us.
Then this evening?
I will make preparations. Oh, I do not forget the heart of an adventurer. Should you complete this quest for me, I say for me, but it is indeed for all of Faerun. Should you complete this quest, I will have such a rare or uncommon magic item delivered to you, personally. Go ahead and prepare your lists. When we meet tonight, I will arrange for it. We will leave. Plus, I expect you to find enough treasure in Chult to make you rich as kings.
I was just thinking, like, well, I would do this anyway, but a heart of a merchant. I would do this anyway, but she kind of feels bad because this old lady, she just holds her hand, and we appreciate it. We're gonna try to do our best. We just have to settle some things here, and we should be back in a few hours, maybe, if we can get everything done. We appreciate your help.
Certainly. It is I who appreciate you coming. I will prepare my teleportation circle and look forward to your eventual return tonight. Until then, help yourselves. And then she goes back to sitting on the chair, staring into the fire. Help yourselves to my abode. Be a shame for all of this to go to waste.
Mo is gonna politely get some of the tea. And do you want me to bring some to you?
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Just gonna get like a little set of with tea and biscuits that are around and just hand it to her. All right, guys. Should we go to the Tusk, the Bloody Tusk?
Yeah, let's go wrap up farewells and
Mel's gonna just wave at her and follow with the rest.
Right. Here is your quest. Destroy the Soulmonger. Syndra Sylvain, a retired adventurer, has asked you to find and destroy the Soulmonger. This necromantic artifact is the apparent cause of the death curse, which is afflicting any who have been raised from the dead. According to her sources, the Soulmonger is somewhere in Chult, but exactly where is unknown. She has assembled all the information she has on Chult and given you a map with all of the details that she has discovered on it. If you complete this task, Syndra has promised each of you your choice of a rare or uncommon magic. Go now to Bloody Tusk once again.
Dr. Offbay will just choose one for me. I'm not
Thank you
smart
for the
enough to make a
follow.
decision.
I'll take care of it, Mr. Bubbles.
All right, so Viv leads everybody back inside.
I'm putting something on the Discord, and Mel's just gonna like distribute. You know those pamphlets that people have when they're visiting a town. She's gonna be like, "Okay, guys, don't embarrass me." Joking, of course.
I shout Droop again. I love how haunting it is when I shout Droop.
Right? It sounds like a ghost or something.
Or like a monster howling in the distance.
When is Brecker going to abandon us?
Coming. It's coming.
Don't rush the pain.
I'm wondering how long he's going to postpone it.
This is not like a band-aid. You don't just rip it. It's like, okay, bye guys.
Like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
So this one. No, I'm looking for a
Waiting
good
for Brecker
song.
to be like, we need to talk. Bring us to the table.
That's what I'm saying.
There
I'm
we
just
go.
waiting for the shoe to drop.
Busy Tavern.
I'm sitting on this very sturdy chair.
Viv goes up to the bar, slams her fist against it twice. We're back!
What?
Thanks for the help.
Find their
You'd think Droop would hear
tokens.
that in the kitchen.
I just gotta find their token.
Droop didn't even say hi to me earlier.
Feels bad.
He always used to call me Big Man. Oh my God, Melly.
What?
Your pamphlets.
Oh.
I just went to look at them.
I was looking for like what does Chote cities look like, and then this beauty shows up.
It's perfect.
All right. You make your way back to the Bloody Tusk. You're spending a little bit of time moving through the city. And your dads are there with a more raucous crowd of people. This mid-afternoon at this time. Not quite into the evening yet.
Oh, they're sure already busy.
Man, Droop's cooking ain't no joke. Oh man, I kind of feel bad for asking him to come with us now. I mean, not that I'm not confident that my dads will do all right on their own, but...
Are you sure it's a good idea to take him along? I mean,
I told you I feel bad.
this is a dangerous mission we're taking on.
I know, but very least I can do is give him the choice.
I suppose.
Viv, you're back so soon. That didn't take very long.
Yeah, we got business taken care of, and we got everything that we needed to continue on to Cholt, so...
Jolt! You're going quite a ways away.
Yeah, it's one of the few places around here I've never actually been, so I'm excited.
Isn't Cholt rather, dangerous? Oh, you hush. If anyone can handle herself, it's our daughter.
Thanks, Dad. There's something I wanted to ask Droop, too.
Oh, I'll go get him. Mom! Hey, you came just in time! What's up? Sorry, can't take too long. My souffle's getting ready.
Right. I'll be quick then. Droop, we were actually planning on leaving soon to go down to Cholt. We have something really important
I'm going with
to help a lot of people. So I was wondering, did you want to come with us? Now, you don't have to. It's up to you.
Oh, of course I'm coming. You're not gonna leave me again.
I figured you'd say that. Well, we got room for you, Droop. She turns with an apologetic smile to her two dads. I hate to take him from you, but you always told me that it's important to make your own decisions and do what you believe is right. So I couldn't help but at least give him the choice.
Oh, of course. For all he's done for the food, definitely hasn't been picking up all the cleaning. Might take us a whole 10 day to clean up after this. You can deal with him now.
Yeah. I'll bring him back in one piece. If there's anything, I'm gonna make sure that he's okay. So you'll get your star chef back soon enough.
Oh, how soon are we leaving?
She turns to her party. Tonight?
Yeah, tonight. If you're okay with that. Do you want to spend some time with your parents or?
I'll have time later. Right now, there's too many people with a timer on their backs. We don't need to waste any time.
Oh no, I need to get ready! Droop goes running into the kitchen again, and you hear the clattering of pans and everything. He's like running back and forth in the door, grabbing stuff.
She has a sad smile. She looks at her dad's. Don't worry. We're gonna get this done real quick. We have to. I'll be back before you know it.
Is everything alright, Viv?
Everything's fine. We're just gonna make sure that nobody else can be affected by this disease.
Well, okay. Remember, we're always here if you need us.
I know.
Alright, well, ours kind of busy right now. I don't mean to shove off, but I do have some work to do.
You sure do.
You hear Grogmar's boisterous, booming voice sounding as he entertaining some of the guests and passing out mugs of ale and such. And then you see Droop, or rather you see a pile of pots and pans and definitely like broken eggshells on them and still not cleaned, towering above the bar. And then you see Droop come out from behind it. He says, "All right, I'm ready to go." And he's got just this mound of like cooking utensils on his back.
Amazing.
We should have built a kitchen into the cart. We were fools. We're so young.
Do we even have a? Mel's just like, do we even have a place to cook in there?
We do. We will, if we don't.
We have to get a nice little kitchen for Droop. He's the team chef.
I can't even enjoy it.
But you can enjoy Droop's company, and isn't that what's really important?
I'm gonna be the bender. I can't eat it, but I'll help.
I feel like being mean and just adding like salt to the engine and being like, Brecker, do you think you can build one for us?
No.
Oh, you're muted, Brecker.
Oh, sorry. I was lost in thought. You see Brecker look visibly like slightly sadder than a little more frown than he normally is.
Give me just a second to roll an insight check. Yes, Dr. Offbay definitely picks it up.
Yeah. It's not exactly trying to hide it.
Yeah, but she's not good at that.
Do you have any concerns? I mean, I know we're, child is. It sounds more dangerous than. Well, I was gonna say it sounds more dangerous than it is, but it is fairly dangerous. But I mean, I survived so far. Never died there.
You got a point. You sure did.
Yeah, can you imagine?
You've certainly done well, and I'm sure you'll do great. You'll do much more when you arrive. I'm sure your family misses you greatly. Fortunately, I think this is where we must part ways. I've been thinking a lot of it lately, and I intend to take Sildar's offer and join the Lord's Alliance. And in doing so, I intend to act as a sort of liaison between the Alliance and Gundren Rockseeker. As a result, I must stay and ensure that everything around here goes well enough. Besides, with the wasting sickness, this curse spreading throughout Faerun, they'll need all the clerics that can manage to try to keep this from spreading too rapidly.
You cannot. You cannot do that from where we're going. You really have to stay.
Yes. I'm sorry, man.
Mr. Bubbles just like sounds like crying.
I'll miss you too, big guy.
No, Brecker, you know we're gonna miss you.
No. It's been one hell of an adventure. And I look forward to hearing all your stories about it when you return.
You better not be a stranger.
Never.
Well, if you're leaving Brecker, Dr. Alfei will start fiddling through her bag, and she'll pull out a number of very plainly wrapped packages with twine around them. Well, I was waiting for the Feast of the Traveler, but I don't think you have that holiday here. I mean, it's been a while and I haven't seen it. So this seems like a good time. And she'll take the packages and she'll hand one to each person at the table, except Droop because she didn't realize he would be here. Here you go.
He's not at the table anyways.
She just hands little slimy little appendages upwards towards everybody. With each package she hands out, she says, "Beware the gifts of the traveler." So one for Melly, "Beware the gifts of the traveler." One for Breckler, "Beware the gifts of the traveler." To Viv, "Beware the gifts of the traveler."
You as well.
And she nods and like you're pretty sure she's smiling, but it's very hard to tell. And then to Mr. Bubbles, "Beware the gifts of the traveler." And then she'll like aw. And she'll clap her little ooze hands together and they don't really even make a sound. It's just more of a squish. And then she'll be like, go ahead, open them. She says with like the delight of a child.
Mo's just like clapping too. She doesn't know. She's like, that feels like a gift. It sounds like a threat, but I'm guessing it's a gift.
I will immediately open it.
As will I.
So Mr. Bubbles will open up his, and when he pulls it out, it's just a very large ring that looks like it would fit onto his hand, the grapple hand, and Dr. Alfei will be like, "Tap it, tap it." Yeah, she'll be like, "Tap it, tap it."
Like tap it.
And he goes, "We're always together, Mr. Bubbles," in Dr. Alfei's voice.
Oh my gosh!
My heart.
And it's true because we are always together.
All right, and then Melly's, when you get yours, you'll open it up and it looks like a small metal flower bud. And then Dr. Alfei will like look up at you and she'll be like, squeeze the bud. Squeeze it.
Okay. And Mel's gonna squeeze it. Like she thinks it's not gonna like bend or anything at all, but she's gonna still try to be delicate with it.
So like as she delicately puts pressure, the bud will kind of grow and then like flower out as a little blossom. And then when the pressure's released, it just like turns back into the little bud.
Mel's just gonna gasp and just like keep doing it. Just like how this is fantastic. Thank you. She's just gonna keep like playing with the bud, with the flower, watching it like come up.
Aww.
Dr. Alfei's just delighted. She's like really happy. Melian likes it. Viv will get hers, and she'll pop it open, and it looks like a small metal basket about the size of a plum, and it has a wind on it.
Huh. She starts winding it.
So as she winds it, a little snake will start to like crawl out of it and wiggle, and the snake has like a little jester hat on it, and it kind of sways back and forth.
She squeals with delight. She keeps winding it over and over again. Oh, it's perfect! I'm gonna call it Big Noodle Junior.
Oh my god.
And then Brecker. Brecker, his is a like metallic metal gear about the size of his hand with 8 spokes on it. On each of the spokes, there is an engraving of an anvil, a sword, an axe, a spear, a shield, cross daggers, and a mace, and hammer. And she'll look at him and she'll be like, "All right, twist the little wheel in the middle. Just twist it."
I give it a nice little twist.
And then each one of those symbols like flips, and then they look upgraded with like little auras of different magic schools on each one of them. And I am sure that Brecker would recognize that as the holy symbol of Gond as well.
It's beautiful.
Okay. And then Dr. Othbay will clap and just be delighted.
You didn't already have inspiration, you would definitely have it now.
I have double inspiration.
Thank you, Doctor. This is so lovely. I wish I had known about this festival or this this custom. I would have prepared something for you too.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we can come up with something.
It's just how it works. It's fine. It's great. I'm just happy that you like your gifts. Usually you give gifts to strangers, but I made the gifts for my friends first.
Thank you so much. I love this.
Couldn't have asked for anything better.
Glad you love it, Mr. Bubbles.
Mel is gonna be like, oh, this actually reminds me, and she's going to pull her pouch, and she is going to look for one of the figurines that she found, that she got. She doesn't even remember where, if it was. I really
The box
don't remember.
of turquoise animal figurines, I think, were part of the loot for that big orc boss.
Oh, yes. She's gonna grab one of those, and she's going to give it to Brecker. And then she's gonna give one to Brecker, one to Viv, one to Doctor, one to Mr. B, and one to Droop. And she's like, well, I just enjoy having them together, but I think I would like for each one of you to have something to remember. Since you brought this up, Doctor, I feel like this would be a good small thing to just remember our adventures. And I guess to wish you luck, Brecker. You know, we know that you're gonna do amazing things. We're gonna miss you terribly in this trip, but we're glad that you're following what you think you're right and that you're following your call. So good luck with that.
I'm sure you do great things in short. Make your mother very proud.
What the heck? Ignore those things that I don't know why I did.
Copycat.
There's your name there. I don't know.
That's just weird.
I just accidentally clicked.
Thank you, Brecker. I really hope that we can come back with tales of our adventures in Chult and about how we save everyone.
Yes.
That's gonna be fucked up if one of us dies.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
We all know it's gonna be Mel if anybody.
Jeez.
No, by the very nature of her having survived it so many times, it's gonna be anybody but her.
Yeah. That was only in the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Now she's invincible.
I'm in my main character here.
She said home field advantage, baby.
Yeah, she does have main character
Home
syndrome
field
now.
advantage, yeah.
Dr. Oppe, I don't think you had inspiration before.
Yeah, I did because I did a journal entry.
Oh, okay. What I mean is it's not selected on your sheet.
I clicked it just a second ago.
Usually there's a star that shows up on your character.
Oh, I was looking at that little blue dot. I thought that was it. Yeah. Yeah, you get
I
an
had
inspiration. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't get it for the journal,
Gotcha.
so I did all the things right for this one.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
Brecker will call for another round of the tavern's best ale. A celebration for their departure.
Okay.
Brecker celebrating getting rid of us.
Oh man, I won't get your morning blessing.
Nope. I'll have to build you a sword hand.
Yeah.
So you each sit there at the table, drinking away into the late afternoon, going into evening at the Bloody Tusk. Many rounds shared with each other, talking about your adventures, the time that you had spent together, and it is bittersweet. As your friend, ally, close comrade Brecker has announced his intentions of leaving the group in order to chase his own destiny. The Lord's Alliance taking the prayer and might of Gond with him. We go into the evening as friends. And this is where end tonight's session.
I give him a hug. And my eyes are...
Thank you so much for tuning in and joining here with me at the Tavern League. With us, the Lost Mine of Phandelver group that has gone into the Tomb of Annihilation. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you enjoy this. Check me out on YouTube. I got Twitter. I got Facebook. I got all that stuff. Not super active, but you know, that might change with me going to first shift, like I said. Able to have a lot more time because I'm not sleeping the days away. This was Tomb of Annihilation. We play every other weekend on Sunday nights. Should be playing at 7 p.m. Central from now on. I also have another campaign group, which is the Descent into Avernus, that we have been playing every week, or every week, every other week, so often, whatever, on Wednesday nights. That is kind of up in the air. We got to see if everybody is still available with me moving to the different time slot. But otherwise, join Discord, join the Twitter, join all those different socials to stay up to date and see what's going on with the Tavern League. And once I have a set schedule and I know what's going on, I will be putting that out there, so you don't want to miss it. Go ahead, join the Discord, and that is where you'll pretty much find everything. And we welcome you. Go ahead and talk with the other players, chat with me about whatever it is, D&D, tabletop role-playing games, awesome stuff. I'm also playing Baldur's Gate 3, which I kind of want to play after this for a little bit before I go to sleep. Might not be the best idea, but I have not had a lot of time to play, and I'm looking forward. But that is all we have. So, as everybody is lining up at the bar for a final salute, Go ahead and tip your mugs back with whatever you're drinking. Thank you so much for being here with us. This has been